How's it going? I hope you're all having a beautiful day. I have been going on daily walks. And so today I wanted to do a little Q&A with you guys just to kind of catch you up on some things that have been going on in my life and answer any of the questions that you guys have. I know someone just asked me recently, what can we expect from the Dulce Candy YouTube channel as opposed to the Sweet Soul YouTube channel, right? And I wanted to answer that question, so we're just gonna jump right into it. I will leave chapters so you can jump into whatever question you're more interested in hearing. If not, play the video, do some errands, fold some laundry, wash some dishes if that's what you do whatever you're going to be doing, go on a walk, right? But do not drive while you listen to this, or maybe you could, but just don't watch the video. And just leave it plain and just listen to the whole video. So what can you expect from this YouTube channel? I have been uploading a lot of beauty content, and a really big thing is that I have made it a huge point to let you guys know that I was not going to be doing fashion and beauty, because at the time that I made that decision, I found that my life at that point, I was very unhappy and I was focusing a lot on fashion and beauty, but that was not the actual issue. But my mind associated my fashion and beauty YouTube channel with unhappiness. And it was a greater thing that was happening behind the scenes, a bigger disconnection. And I realized how much I love sharing fashion, beauty. I mean, I wear makeup. I love makeup. I love creating Dia de los Muertos looks, which involve getting creative and putting makeup on. I love fashion, especially affordable fashion. It's just, I get such a thrill from affordable fashion, thrift store fashion, all of those things. And I want to share that with you guys because I find the coolest things. And as a woman, you know, in her late 30s, I love taking care of myself. And as women, a lot of us love taking care of ourselves, and we love putting on fashion, and we love the latest fashion and styles and trends. And it's just so fun to be a girl or someone who just really loves all those things. And so I want to bring to you guys not necessarily like makeup tutorials, you know. I want you to think of it as from the perspective of just like a friend sharing the things that she finds that are really cool, either home decor, right? If you want to know where I got my backdrop for my videos and my podcast coming soon, then you can, you know, check out and replicate maybe this little setup in a little corner of your home, or if you like the lamp or whatever, you know. And I love finding things. I love making life beautiful. That is one of my life mottos, is to create beauty wherever you go. So what you can expect here is, of course, the fashion and the beauty. Not so much like tutorials. I'll definitely share tips that I learned from makeup artists or things that I pick up, because that's always been my thing here. But it's not going to be, you know, step by step. I don't know. I don't know what it's going to be. I can't say what it is and what it's not going to be. It's just, I'm just going to let it unfold. And lifestyle content. So I will be sharing healthy lifestyle, healthy living. This is one of the reasons that I wanted to become an integrative nutrition coach, is because I wanted to learn how to take care of our vessel, how to take care of our mind, our soul, our body in a holistic way, not just our diet, but everything else that flows underneath it, right? Everything that we do is connected. We can't just treat one area. So I want to share with you guys meals that I make for my children, for myself, for my family, my workouts, my walks, just so many different things in the topic of health and wellness and how to live a healthy lifestyle, you know, full of vibrancy, full of life, full of alignment with our path, full of happiness. Even though happiness, yes, it's a fleeting emotion that comes and goes, but there's still this underlying joy that you feel about your life, regardless of the situation that you might find yourself in. And I'm all about getting healthy, and I'm approaching my 40s pretty soon, and we're all going to get older, God willing. I'm already getting so many canas. gray hairs, guys. Like if I part it here, you're gonna see like a whole array of canas. And I just want to share my journey with you guys and hopefully inspire you and share and maybe teach you something. I'm also certified in yoga and meditation. And so I want to continue to teach meditation and start teaching yoga and flows and, asana poses like postures and um, routines that I want to film, and that all is going to be strictly on our Sweet Soul YouTube channel. So that will live exclusively there. So we'll do journaling, we'll do meditation, guided meditation, visualizations, affirmations, and yoga to be more connected with our body, to be more in the present moment, right? Where all the change happens in our life. Let's answer a few more questions. And that's what I want you guys to know. I really wanted to, since I am back here on YouTube, I've been uploading content, and there's been a lot of different videos from like that I uploaded to Sweet Soul that I re-uploaded here on this channel. But there will be fresh new content. I have so many exciting, fun things planned ahead, but I really am waiting to, not really waiting for something because I'm still taking action, but I can't wait to get into our forever home and start doing routines and all of that stuff. Another question, how is my dad doing? My dad is doing great. I will post a photo of him on his recent big accomplishment of completing his 7th treatment, but now he's on his 9th, 9 out of 12. And for those of you that are new to my channel or haven't heard about this update, my dad is going through a. My dad was diagnosed with the C word several years ago, but it just came back a few months ago, and it was stage 4. And so he's been going through that, but he's doing so well. He's been responding to treatment. Right after chemotherapy, guess what he does? He goes to the gym. Can you believe it? He's like full of energy. He goes to the gym, and then he goes home, and then he does so much. Like he's never just sitting down. And that's the thing. That's what he said. And what I've been learning from my dad throughout this process is that, yeah, the doctors told him certain news that are devastating, and they have been really challenging for us collectively as a whole entire family and all his friends that care about him. But his mentality is A1. Like he is optimistic, he is faithful, he fights, he's fighting, like he's really going at war with this disease. And if you see him and you think he's supposed to look like a stage 4 patient, he does not look like that at all. He's lost some weight, but his friends and people that see him, they can't believe that he's going through that because he doesn't present that to the world. Even when he has like a cold or a flu, like my dad is not going to stay in bed. He's like, I pop some, headache pills and get up and just take on the day. And he really has that mentality. And because he works out and he eats well, my mom does such an incredible job taking care of my dad. He is really thriving through this treatment and this diagnosis, and I couldn't be more proud of my dad. Like that is my dad, and I'm inspired by him. I am just like ever since I was like, I remember in the military, my dad, the one thing that I always think about when it comes to my dad is strength and courage and facing fear, right? So strength and courage and perseverance. Those are things that I just think about whenever I need that in my life. I think about my dad, and it helps me. And he has taught all of that to us. And he's such a great example, for his family, for his friends. I hope, yeah, I know he is, but definitely for me. And so he's doing great. And like I said, all we can do is have faith in the Lord because he's the one in control. Again, not a doctor, not a medication, not a treatment. None of that is in control. It's only God that decides whether he's going to give my dad a miracle, whether he's going to survive and thrive and whatever. That's all up to the Lord. So he's doing great. Now, do you guys want any more babies? I do feel like, honestly, I don't feel like these are too personal, even though some people would be like, just, that's really personal. But I don't feel like it is, because I don't mind sharing it. Honestly, it's not a big deal to me to share it. Some things I do keep private, but this one I don't. Now, do I want to have more babies? Of course. I love being a mother. It's the thing that I love the most. I love being a mom, to my little boys, and I just love it. So, yes, we have our embryos back in California. And when I come back from our trip to Bali, we'll see what happens with our next little boy or girl. So, I'm really excited for that. And yeah, I love being a mom, and I definitely want to have all of my little embryos. Now, why did we choose Texas over other states? Well, the state taxes was one of the things. We've been to Texas. We lived in Texas before. We were stationed in Fort Hood, which is now Fort, starts with the letter C, guys. Um, we were stationed there, so we know that area, Central Texas, quite well. Jesse has a lot of friends here. I have yet to make amigas, but I will make close friends. But I do have a big community. You guys here in Texas have been so incredibly welcoming, and I can't wait to have in-person events and have you guys over at my compound. And we're gonna do our beautiful ceremonies and women events and women's circles and all of those things. So, um, so yeah, the fact that we knew Texas definitely was a big factor. And I think that's why we ended up going with Texas. And also, the cost of living in Texas is just pretty incredible in comparison to California. And it's also not that far from my family, like we didn't choose the East Coast because even though there's great states that we would love to live there, we were thinking like Connecticut, Vermont. We were thinking about all those beautiful states up there because they're gorgeous, and you also get like a lot of space. It's really far from my parents and my family, and so we want to constantly travel back and forth to California to visit family and also for work. And I feel like Texas is the sweet spot. And you also get a lot of land. If you're close to a little further out to the major cities, you get so much more land, like 20, 40 acres for nothing compared to it. That doesn't compare to what you would pay for in California. So we know we wanted a large property to build a home for our parents, or hopefully it has a home. We want farm animals. We want to just be a little bit more off grid, but still close to the city because I'm still a city girl. Not that kind of city girl, but I'm still a city girl. And I still need my Trader Joe's. Okay, I still need my hot spots that are just like really fun city life because I still love that. And I also want to be close to an area that is more open to like meditation and yoga events. And so, yeah, we're looking at Dallas, Austin, Fredericksburg, Kerrville, San Antonio. Those are the areas that we are looking to buying property. Where is my wallpaper from? So the whole setup here is from Amazon, and the whole setup. So I'll link it down below, guys. Amazon wallpaper. It's like this gorgeous leaf print, and the vibe that I was going for in the background was definitely ocean beach inspired because I am a Cali girl at heart and forever will be. And so I need my Cali vibes where I can have them. And also, of course, the Sweet Soul branding is very in theme with the ocean and the mermaids. And I have this gorgeous bracelet that my beautiful friend Emily gifted me at our retreat in Costa Rica. And it's a mermaid. Isn't it so gorgeous? Mermaid tails. So I love this bracelet, and she gifted it to me, and I just thought it was the best gift ever. So thank you, Emily. She's the sweetest, awesomest, coolest, gorgeous, talented, creative woman. Okay, do I miss LA? I miss it so much. And if I have the opportunity, I will be back. I don't think I'll be staying in Texas forever. This is just part of the journey. But again, I don't know what God has in store. So I don't know if God is going to keep me here for a decade or less or what. But yeah, I love California. I love Los Angeles, LA, my favorite city in the world, quite literally. And do you think you made the right decision moving away from LA? Yeah, definitely. One of the biggest things that I learned in this process is that I knew that in order for us to create the life that we were dreaming of and moving up to the next level, there was a lot of things that we had to let go of, and we had to, you know, tear apart, deconstruct, let them die. And a big part of that was our life in Los Angeles. I had this huge epiphany where I just knew that I really felt like the Lord was telling me, if you want to continue on the right path to the dreams that you have of this life, this vision that you have for your life, you can't do it in Los Angeles. You cannot do it in this house. It's time to move on. And so this is our graduation from it's a chapter. We officially ended a chapter of our life and we're starting a new one. And it hasn't been easy, right? The move itself, a lot of hard work. That's not the hard part. I mean, yeah, moving a whole entire house, boxing things up, driving here, all of those things. Yes, those are challenges, maybe some inconveniences, maybe some things that you don't want to do, whatever. But there were more challenges when we actually got to Texas, and more so with our living conditions, right? But a really huge lesson here is that if God showed you what you have to go through in order for you to get to the next chapter of your life, a lot of us will not do it. If God showed me, you're going to go through all of this to get here, I would have been like, oh, I'll just stay in LA. This is comfy. This is my family. I know everybody here. Like, I have my friends, my family, my business. Everything is here. Like, I'm good, God. I think I could do without what I wanted, you know? If God would have showed us the challenges that were going to come up, I don't think we would have been here. So there is beauty in not knowing. And it's important to take the leap. You got to have faith. Take the leap of faith, right? And trust. This is why our faith has been such a strong thing for us here, because we have nothing else to cling on to. Nothing else. And yet, we're happy. Yet, we're happy here, you know? So I don't regret it as much as I miss LA and everything beautiful that I love about LA, from my family, nature, my walks, my neighborhood, my neighbors, my family, my nieces, my nephews, my favorite restaurants, my friends, the ocean, the mountains, the beach, the water, my favorite spots that I would go to for healing at the beach in Malibu, all the fun events that I would attend and glam up and go out and, you know, live that life in Hollywood and, you know, that life. As much as I miss all of that, I am happy and content and excited to be here in Texas. I'm excited. I did have a moment though that the adrenaline of moving here kind of wore off, because you know, when you first get here, everything is so new. You're like, oh my God, I can't believe we're actually in Texas. But yeah, I think it's really what you make it. And I have been just reconstructing our life here and building new dreams, and so many things have been flourishing, and we have made some friends. I've been saying I haven't made any friends, but I do have two friends here, my friend Brad and my friend Miguel. My friend Miguel is my dad's age, and he reminds me so much of my dad. He also has an issue with his knee, but he's always working. He mowed our lawn for free, but we hook him up. But he's like, no, you don't have to pay me. I just want to do this. Like, he comes to our house to just help us with anything. When we didn't have hot water running in this house, he's like, oh, I got a friend. You know, she lives down the street. She has this back house. Déjale llamo. Let me call her. I think she might let you guys go there and take a shower. And then the lady's like, vénganse a mi casa, no me tienen que dar nada, aquí tienen para que no anden gastando dinero en los hoteles, vénganse acá a bañarse todas las noches, no se preocupen por nada. Like, strangers literally being like that. So my friend Miguel is incredible, and again, he's my dad's age, and he reminds me of my dad. And then our friend Brad. Brad is, he was Jesse's friend in the military, and they worked in the same personal security detail team. And he's just been in touch with Jesse, but he's like a man of faith, like a really strong man of faith. And when the day comes, God forbid, Brad, you're amazing. If, in his funeral, the one thing that would remind me, and like the first thing that popped into my head when I think about Brad, is Jesus. Like, he's a representation of Jesus. Like, he also extended his hand to us and offers us prayers, when we were doubting, of just like we went through a moment of doubting ourselves being here, and we were going to just be like, let's just go back, because it was challenging, it was hard for us, and we almost went back and just gave up. And he's like, you can't give up. You can't just throw in the towel. And he prayed over us. He shared scriptures with my husband. He brought my husband, Jesse, closer to Jesus. And it's been a domino effect. We see Jesus live through our friend, Brad. And I think that's so beautiful. Oh my God, I got to do a part 2. Okay, last question for today. Oh, my friend Tina. I have the best friends, honestly. She just sent me a message and she's like, I love to see your sparkle. Tina's the best. Gosh, I love you, Tina. My friend Tina Brown. Okay, anyways. So now my other friend that I love, Irene, TLC, okay, she asked me, how do you stay motivated? Now, I know you, Irene, and I see you. She's like the top CEO, Sirenita. Sirenita, by the way, is what I call my community, my Sirenitas. And Irene is my right hand Sirenita. So I would have to say that you cannot rely on motivation to get you to accomplish your goals, because you will not accomplish your goals for a fact if you just wait for motivation to kick in. Some days we're going to wake up motivated and we're going to just go for it. And some days we're not going to want to do the thing. We're not going to want to do the thing that we said we wanted to do. But in order to accomplish that goal, you got to progress every single day. You got to show up for yourself every single day, regardless if you feel motivated or not. So if you have something that you've been wanting to do and you're not motivated, you got to create a plan of action. You got to break down your goal into actionable steps that you can make every single day. A lot of people make goals and set goals for a week, a month. You got to do at least 6 months, because it's going to take a while to see results. But you will see a difference. I just started walking again after not being physically active and working out every single day like I used to before we moved here. And I said, I gained some weight, so my face is a little bit more round, whatever, but I did put on some weight because I had been eating out more frequently than I was used to, and I was also not working out or even walking. So I said to myself, whether I feel like it or not, whether it's raining or whether it's freezing or super hot, nothing externally is going to determine whether I put on my shoes, drive to the park, and start moving my legs. It's just gonna happen. Whether I am bored, whether I'm like freezing, uncomfortable, it's gonna happen. That is commitment. Are you committed? You gotta commit. You gotta commit to your goals. If you're committed, you gotta do what you said you were gonna do. If you're like, not like, maybe I'll do it. If you don't commit, you're not gonna do it because you're not committed. Once you say you're committed, now, like Inky Johnson said, you're holding yourself accountable. If you really want that thing bad enough and you know why you're doing that thing, whether you have motivation or not, it doesn't matter. You're going to get up and you're going to take that small step forward every single day, and your life will be transformed. There's no other way. That is the way. Code. There is no shortcut. Don't look for the shortcut. That's what a lot of people are looking for. It's a lifestyle. You're changing your life, whatever that is, right? So how do I stay motivated? A lot of the times I am not motivated, but I committed to myself. I am committed, and I know what I want. I know what my goal is. So if you know what that goal is, whether you're motivated or not, that's not going to matter. It's only up to us as individuals to take action, take that step, not rely on motivation, and hold ourselves accountable. And that is it for today's Q&A. It was a really good one. I had a great time chatting with you guys, and I can't wait to see you guys again in our Q&A part 2. And then I also have a few videos. I just want to let you guys know of what I have coming up. I have a drugstore hits and misses. I have a Walmart fashion haul. So excited for this because it's spring, and a Walmart accessory haul. I'm going to separate them because some of the accessories for spring and summer, so excited about them. And of course, don't forget, subscribe to the Dulce Candy podcast. Another thing I forgot to mention, I will be uploading my podcast in this YouTube channel, so you will get all the fashion, beauty, lifestyle, health, and wellness, and also the podcast is going to be uploaded right here. So either just the audio or actually interviewing people. So anyways, I'm really excited about all of that. And if you guys are considering our retreat to Bali, I will leave all of that information down below if you're looking for more connection and community with other women and traveling with other women. It's going to be a really great time to see Bali and Indonesia and meditate together and learn more about meditation and just explore and have a magical, transformative time. I will leave all of that information down below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for our new video coming soon. Have a blessed and beautiful day.